Motivational Radio presents Charity Connect, where we give back to the community at large. This community broadcast proudly brought to you by plantatreetoday.org, www.pattfoundation.org. Your host for this show, Lisa Lomas.
Welcome to another show of Charity Connect. Here we are on Motivational Radio with a really inspiring young lady today. And I'm with Shannon, and Shannon has her charity Share in Africa. And I'd love to introduce you to Shannon. So Shannon, are you there?
Yeah, I am. Thank you so much.
Now Shannon, would you be able to explain what exactly your charity is?
Sure. Share stands for Shannon's After School Reading Exchange, and it's a program for girls after school in Tanzania, which is in East Africa. And my family and I have been to Africa 3 times. This summer we're going back for our 4th trip. And so far we have started this after-school reading program in 3 different schools. So what happens is we bring donated books from America down to Tanzania. And we set up the libraries, and anyone in the school, no matter if you're a boy or a girl or a teacher or a student, has access to the books, but only a select group of girls can go to the after-school reading program where they're actually instructed by teachers that we pay. So we want to do this because our mission is to empower girls through education, and our motto is today a reader, tomorrow a leader. So what happens is there's about 150 girls in the program, and the books in the libraries though are helping about hundreds of students and teachers. So basically we're just trying to empower girls because it's so chauvinistic in Africa, and kind of have education be their key to breaking out of the cycle of poverty that they were born into.
So it's a focus on young women, primarily what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. So would you be able to share the story with everybody that's listening today? What got you involved in taking this on with? I know you've got family involvement, but what personally motivated you to do this?
Well, I think that it was just when we went down to Africa for the first time, just seeing everything that was so drastically different than what I'm used to. I mean, my family and I have volunteered in international countries before, but in most of the schools in Africa, kids have to walk miles, sometimes in barefoot, to sit there. There's no running water. There's no books in the classroom. There's no textbooks, and the children have to sit 5 students to 1 desk. And a thing that I found really shocking is that when we gave one of the students a pencil, they would break it in half and give half of it to their friend because supplies are so limited that they have to, even break what they get so that way they can share it with a friend. So kind of just seeing this extreme poverty is kind of what moved me to, I felt like I had to do something about it.
And isn't it wonderful that they do share things, that it is handed around? So what I'd like to understand with what you're doing, and I'm sure everybody would like to know, is what is involved with making Share in Africa, making this happen and carry on doing what you're doing?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
What is involved in making this happen? You've got this program going, so what's involved behind the scenes?
Well, lots of support, and we have a ton of volunteers here in America that really make Share what it is today. And everyone that we tell about their program is just extremely, they're just so helpful and generous with their time and their donations and their books. Right now we've raised about $23,000 we've gotten 23,000 books that we've sent to the girls, and these are all donations from family and friends in America, and they also help to spread the word about Share, which is a really important step just to kind of spread awareness about what it's like in Africa. So without their help, Share wouldn't be where it is today. So we definitely have the volunteers to thank for that.
Okay, so can anybody be involved in sharing the books and sending books to you that they have spare?
Yeah, well, actually, we're not really continuing with the book drives anymore, just because it's so expensive to ship books, and it's also corrupt at the ports, and it's a lot of hassle. So what we're actually moving towards now is a Kindle program for the girls, because we feel like we'd get kind of more bang for our buck if we did that, and also fundraising, because we're starting Share scholarships, so we can send the girls from primary school to secondary school, and really help them advance with their education.
Because they don't have these opportunities over there, do they?
No, of course not. For a girl, it's average for her to go home, and while a boy might be expected to study or, improve his education, a girl just has to take care of her siblings or plant beans or fetch firewood or go get water, and they're really given no chances for education or a chance to try to, improve their standing where they are in life right now.
Do the other parents in those communities that you're working in, are they quite supportive of what their girls are going through?
Yeah, well, actually something shocking is that we had to hold a parents' meeting to let their parents of the girls join the Share program. And a couple of the parents actually refused to let their daughters join our program because they wanted, the daughters at home and cooking and cleaning, and they don't really see the long-term, benefits of education. But, of course, while there's some parents who refused, there were some parents that were extremely touched by it and immediately enrolled their daughters. So it was great to see support from mothers like that who really wanted to help their daughters.
Oh, that's great. So, obviously you're operating mainly from America, is it, or Canada?
America.
Okay,
Yes.
So with that, do you have quite a big focus in your community with supporting you through your charity?
Of course. So many people in my high school and in my town are involved. We have 850 youth volunteers, and most of them are from my community. And it's great because, my community will run different newspaper articles about Share, and really helps to, try to spread the message of what we're doing. So it's definitely a big part of my community, and I have everyone in my community to thank for keeping it, alive.
So could you tell me, when did you first get started, getting the charity started?
Well, we first went down to Africa 3 years ago, in 2008 when I was 15, and that was when we first launched the program.
Okay. And did it become registered in that year, or was it later on?
Did it become... Sorry.
Registered.
Oh, yeah. We kind of knew what we were doing when we first went down there, but we didn't really know the impact. And we kind of thought it would be just like another volunteer trip where we go down, do some good, and then come back home and go to a different country the next summer. But when we went down, and as we were about to leave, the headmistress of the school that we had been working with, she locked eyes with us and she said, "Don't forget us." And you could tell that people had come down before, helped out, and then just left. So we really wanted to do something different, and we knew that we had the power to be able to make a lot of difference in these girls' lives. So that was why we kept on coming back. And then the impact of it, on the plane ride back really registered with me, and I realized that we were doing something that was actually going to, help these girls and change their lives. So